What if we could gaze upon the world just as an artist, a creator, gazes upon his creation? Let's talk about it.
This is a beautiful thought.
Welcome, Seekers. I want to tell you something. I'm not sure exactly what I want to say. This morning I woke up and for some reason I wanted to listen to Kate Bush's breakthrough single, Wuthering Heights. You watch the video and it's Kate Bush dancing in this red dress. It's not really a provocative video, as far as I know. Maybe in the 70s it was a little more provocative. I mean, the dress isn't revealing at all. There's nothing particularly sexy about the song, even though it is romantic, like this ghost calling out to her lost lover. Now, this song is quite bizarre, honestly, and it's also amazing. And I wonder what happened for this song to go to number one in Australia, New Zealand, in the UK, and throughout Europe. It had very good results as well. Very curious. There's something wonderful about that. Something that makes me wonder what was different about the culture in those days, and what is it about that song that is so enchanting? I kept listening to it on repeat. Send it to my buddy Super Ego, and he's a hip-hop head. He's a hip-hop producer. He listens to hip-hop and funk and other things, but when I show him something interesting and bizarre, he will be like, that is dope. He said those pianos are dope, and that voice is so weird and so dope. I said, that's cool how you, as a hip-hop producer, and many hip-hop producers, because they have an ear for samples, they're always looking like you can show them any genre of music and they'll be like, there's something in there. There's something special about that. I sat for my morning meditation and I thought this strange thought. The phrase came into my mind. Now, look with heavenly eyes. And when I stood up from meditation, I took my notebook and began to write a poem. Now I wonder what that means. Now look with heavenly eyes. Now gaze into the mirror with that same glance. Now look with heavenly eyes. What would it mean to look with heavenly eyes? You see a father or a mother look at their child without judgment, with that agape, with that love that extends without judgment. Or they say, actually, that the purest love is not a parent's love, but the love of a child looking at their parents. Because a parent's love comes with time and practice, patience. They don't necessarily love their child from the instant they see them, but a child loves their parents from the instant they see them. What does it look like when a new artist begins his path and he starts painting a picture or drawing a picture or creating a website, writing a song? And the first thing he creates, he's so happy with it. Maybe he even knows that it's not exactly perfect, or it doesn't meet his ideals. It's not quite up to scratch or compared to the masters. But he's proud of it. And he might even be proud of it in not an egotistical way, but just because he made something. And what happens? You gaze out onto the world as if for the first time, as if it's the first time that you have seen what you have created and creator within you, looking at the world. I had this LSD trip once, and this strange experience. This is like this voice is trying to tell me that I am the creator of this entire universe, and saying, this is great. This is just wonderful what you've done here. Just look at this grass, and I'm running my hands through the grass, feeling it, and maybe even ripping something off, and feeling the grass stain on my hand, and the sensation of the dew through my fingers. And this voice is saying, this is just wonderful what you have done, what you have created. And I said, I don't think I can take all the credit. All right. It's a journey. It's a kind of hallucination, right? The point is, what if we took on that attitude for a moment, that we are the creator of this universe, that everything we see is coming in some sense from our imagination. So we have to, many are aware, if you have a cognitive bias, you cannot see, or it's very difficult for you to see that which goes against what you believe. And so to really see something, in a sense, you must first imagine it. All right, that's one way of looking at it. Well, what if we look like that? What if we look at the world like that, with those eyes of a proud parent, seeing the magic in the world, seeing those things as if they're our own. Now look with heavenly eyes. Now look with heavenly eyes. Now look with heavenly eyes. Thank you.
A beautiful thought.
Thanks for listening. Feel free to share this episode with your friends. Go on the website, beautifulpodcast.com. Look at the previous episodes. Listen to them all in a row and beam them out of your speakers coming from your window, playing on the boombox as you approach the woman who you're trying to serenade. And most importantly, have a great day.